At least 19 people were killed and nearly 2,000 inmates escaped in Sierra Leone, where the country's main military barracks and prisons were attacked on the 19th of November. The Sierra Leone government has characterized the Sunday's assault as a failed coup attempt, which aimed to subvert and overthrow the government. Several countries in West and Central Africa are presently under military rule after a series of recent coups, including Sierra Leone's neighbour Guinea, as well as Mali, Niger and Chad. In Sierra Leone itself, the political situation has been pretty tense since June this year, after President Julius Maada Bio's re-election in a disputed vote. Our next report gets more details.
The West African nation of Sierra Leone is considered one of the poorest in the world. Its 8 million population is still healing from the ravages of an 11-year-old civil war that ended more than 2 decades ago. The impoverished nation was thrown into turmoil early Sunday morning when assailants sent gunfire ringing across the usually peaceful capital, Freetown. The early morning attack took both residents and security forces by surprise. Fears of a possible coup in the troubled region were raised as gunmen tried to break into the key armory of the country's largest military barracks, located near the presidential villa. Engaging the security forces in a 2-hour raid, the assailants targeted major detention centers as well, including the central prison, which holds more than 2,000 inmates. Some 1,890 inmates are believed to have escaped from the Pademba Road Central Prison after the assailants broke in. 23 of those prisoners have been nabbed and brought back. Pinning the blame on renegade soldiers, the government said the attack had been repelled.
Fellow Sierra Leoneans, in the early hours of this morning, there was a breach of security at the military barracks at Wilberforce in Freetown. Some individuals attacked the military armory and other locations in Freetown, including Pademba Road Correctional Center. In the event, prisoners escaped. The attackers have been repelled by a combined team of gallant security forces, and calm has been restored.
Among the 19 who died included 13 soldiers, 3 assailants, a police officer, a civilian, and a person working in private security. Soon after the armory came under attack, an immediate national curfew was imposed and public were asked to remain at home. 13 military officers and a civilian have been arrested over the attempted coup. A tense calm returned to the streets of Freetown on Monday, though gunshots were fired on Tuesday as well in the Murraytown neighborhood.
The firing will take place.
After the firing that took place yesterday at Koso Town Junction, we came out and saw some bullet shells. These are some of the bullet shells, the empty shells, you can see them. Some of us have never experienced this until yesterday. We are praying for this not to repeat because this country belongs to all of us. If this continues, where are we supposed to go? Because we will not have this kind of peace in another man's country.
The police explained that it was part of the operation to nab perpetrators of Sunday's attack, many of whom were still hiding or on the run across the country. West Africa has witnessed a series of military coups and attempted coups since August 2020. Sierra Leone President Julius Maada Bio, who was first elected to power in 2018, was re-elected in June with 56.17% of the vote, barely over the 55% needed to avoid a runoff. The result was rejected by the main opposition, All People's Congress Party. Inconsistencies and lack of transparency in counting were condemned by international observers as well, including the United States and the European Union. And in August, a number of soldiers were arrested and accused of plotting a coup against the president. The attempted coup on Sunday, though thwarted, has deepened the political tension and cast an ominous shadow over the peace and security in the West African nation.